Hello friends, welcome to my channel GameOfCode, and this is Ajay Awasthee, and you are watching Angular 9 tutorial series, and today we will discuss about template driven forms. So friends, this is our second video on template driven forms. In first video we have already discussed about Angular forms type and how to create forms using template driven approach. And today our main topic is validations, means how can we apply validation using template driven approach. So friends, validation is a main aspect in any programming language or in any application form, and validation is used to validate our forms control in client side, and it is used to refine our data so that we can save our validated data to our DB. So friends, let's start. So basically, Angular provides some classes to track our control states, and on that basis, we can apply validation in our input controls. First is ng-valid, means if control value is valid, then it is true. Second is ng-invalid, and if control value is invalid, then it is true. And invalid means suppose we are having some required input controls, and if we don't provide any value, then ng-invalid is true. Next is ng-pristine. It means control value has not changed. Next is ng-dirty. It means control value has been changed. Next is ng-untouched, means control has not visited. Next is ng-touched. It means control has been visited. So friends, let's apply all the validations practically. So this is our project where we are working. So just run it. So this is a form where we are having 4 fields. One is first name, second is last name, third is email, and fourth one is contact number, and one submit button. First we will apply the required validator. So just put required attribute here. For all the controls, this one, just save. But if we check here, we can't even know any validation is applied here or not. So what we can do, we will apply other validation also. Like suppose we are having some validation in our controls, then our submit button is disabled. For this we will use this local variable. So just copy and attribute property disabled, this abled disabled equals to forms dot valid, and is not. Save it. Now we can check here our submit button is disabled because we haven't put any value in our controls as it is required. So just put some value here, and when we fill all the values, it will be enabled. So through form control local variable, we can apply validation on button and do enable or disable as per our requirement. So friends, now we will apply second validation where we can change our input controls border if it is required. So we have to put some CSS here. So just put some class ng dot invalid. If it is invalid, then border color equal to red. So here it is, like as all of our controls having required field validator, so that's why it is invalid and having red border. So just change the one control here, like we are removing one required validator from contact number, and save it. You can check for contact number we don't have any any border color as red. Friends, so now we will apply one more class here to make it stylish. For this, we will just comment it and put two validation here, and one validation for if it is invalid and one for if it is valid and required. So what it will do, it will create a border from left if it is invalid, and if it is valid then create a green color border from left. So just save it. So here it is, like it is showing red color border from left for that control which is required. And if we type here, like, so we are getting green color border. So it is looking good. So next validation is, suppose we want to show some message for validation, like if it is required, then we have to show message like name is required or first name is required or email is required. So for this we have to change in our forms. So for this we have to take a local variable hf name equals to ng model and export all the property of ng model into this local variable. So on the basis of this we will show message. So for this we will use star ngIf equals to, and this is a unique key for this control. So fname dot invalid and fname dot touched, then it show a message like first name is required, and we just apply a class on this class alert danger. So just save it. So when we click here, no message is showing, but when we tab and we are showing first name is required. So when we type any keyword, so message will be gone. So through our local variable we can show our required message or any message. So here, like if the control is invalid and control is touched, means we have visited it, so it will show this message. Friends, next is, suppose we want to show our message on the basis of some conditions, or suppose we are having more than one validation on one control. Suppose in first name we are having required field validator, and second is min length validator, and third is like max length or other one. So how we can deal with different validations, and how can we show the appropriate message? For this, just change the code, like first comment it and put some validation here, this one. So I have already created the validation. So this is like, there is a property like errors, fname dot errors. Fname dot errors will be true when we have not fulfilled our validations. Means if it is required, then we have to put some value on the controls, and if we have a like min value, min length validator, then we have to put some required min length character. So just put a min length like 4. So it will return a true when there is any error, and inside this we have applied validation on the basis of different conditions. Like first is required validator. If it is required, fname dot errors dot required, and it is showing first name is required. And if fname dot errors dot min length, then it is showing first name must be at least 4 character long. And if we are having max length, then it is showing this one. So just save it. So when we click on it and just tab it, So it is showing first name is required, and we type here 2 character. So it is showing first name must be at least 4 character long. So what we have done, we have applied different validation on the different conditions. So friend, one more thing, like suppose we want to know how much validations are pending or are remaining for a single control. So we can check by using this fname.errors. We can show it by using interpolation. This one and pipe JSON means it will show errors in JSON format. Just save it. Here it is showing errors in sequential manner. So first it is saying required true. So when we click on it, it is showing first name is required. When I type AJA 3 character, then it is showing min length, required length 4 and actual length 3. So when we enter 4 character, so it is showing null means all the validation has been fulfilled for these controls. So through this we can check all the validation. So friends, here we are having one email field. Suppose we have to apply email validator. So in Anglo it is easy to apply the email validation. So just type here like email and save it, and type here like Ajay. So it is still showing the red color means some validation is still pending. So at the rate and a. So it is now showing green color means it has been fulfilled. So here we can apply our email validator through email attribute. So Angular is a rich in control, so we have to know when it is required to apply. So this is all about the validation in template driven forms. So friends, our next video will be on the reactive form, and we will know how we can create a reactive forms. And hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get coming videos notifications. So thank you for watching.